First of all, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to do the interview. I know you didn't have to, under no obligation to be here, so I really appreciate you doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since I've known you as a kid, you have always had good character. That's one of the reasons why I reached out to you to do the interview, because I feel like you could be a role model, and you are a role model to other kids in the area. And so I think it's important that you share that with them. So let me ask you this. The first question is, what made you decide to play football after playing basketball for so many years at a very young age?
Like football in general, or just like football in high school?
Football in high school.
All right, so I quit football my freshman year because I wanted to focus on basketball, because basketball was my sport, and I love basketball more than any sport. So I wanted to focus on just nothing but basketball, and football was taking over that. And so like, I did 2 years basketball, and like, I know school go by fast, like the years go by fast, so I was already a junior. And I was thinking like, man, what I'm gonna do? I ain't got no offers, no coaches looking at me in basketball. I don't know what else to do. Like, I was trying to figure out a plan for after high school. So then my homeboys, Zared, Josh, and them, they all came to me. They all convinced me to just come out and play football, brother. They're like, just try it, man, just try it. So came out of football, so it was in the lab all summer, and Coach Ken got me right, and went from there.
How do you balance sports, academics, and your social life? Because I know since last year, things have multiplied. The workouts have intensified, the schoolwork has intensified because you're a senior now, so academics is important, especially when trying to go to a secondary education. So how do you balance those three things?
Really, pin yourself around the right people, separate yourself around the good people who want the same thing as you. So like, school is a priority for me, my family. And so like, even if you gotta realize like, if sports don't work out, you can always fall back on your education. So getting education was always the most important part first. Then basketball came right after that.
Then you played all-part, right?
Yes.
You played all-part, okay. So I remember those days of all-part. And it was like I think my son started playing in maybe 3rd or 4th grade, something like that. Yeah. And there was like a few names that people always had in the conversation is like, man, they're gonna be so cold when they get to high school. And those names are really spoken of now, And looking at that, I was looking at players who were good back then, and I was looking at, I was like, he wasn't, but now, in all honesty, like you're like, some would argue the best player on the basketball team. Some would even argue that if you don't play basketball, what is the team gonna do? So in saying that, did you ever think you would be that good in football as you were in basketball?
Yes, I did, cause I got a cheat code. Like Coach Ken, like he played in the league 9 years at that, maybe more. Played for a few different teams. The minimum is 3 years in the league. He played way more than that. So just having him over here and helping me out and teaching me and what I got to do and what I got to work on to help me get to the next level is like a cheat code for me and help me. So like that really, I knew I was gonna be good regardless with him over here.
What do these opportunities mean for your family? And when I ask that question, I mean, like I say, you've done something that no one in this area has done for a long time. The opportunities and the spotlight, it's like a certain spotlight that the city has because of what you're doing and how you're playing and what you're achieving. Won 40 points from the 1,000-point club. How many players reach that milestone? So what do those type of opportunities mean for your family?
Oh, it means a lot. It's all about representing your name. So like, my last name like mean a lot. So I want to make sure that I leave a legacy, not only for myself, but for the end name in general. So that people, that not only that I will be remembered as a person, but the name will keep going on and on and on forever. So like, making that name noticeable and remembered is my biggest goal.
Good. I know you said, your phone was just, you said my phone goes off so much sometimes text messages get lost. So how are you dealing with that attention from not only schools, but I mean, I'm sure the other people reaching, like, you know, trying to be your friend, trying to get closer to you, thinking that they can get something to gain in the future. But so how do you deal with that kind of attention?
Really just like, I ain't gonna lie, it be hard sometimes, cause like it's steady like more than one, and then like you get caught up with one of them, you forget about another one. But like really just like taking time out your day to make sure that like you ain't seen a lot of people questions or like a lot of people messages. So like really I don't know. I just do it. Like it be challenging though, like, but I still like try to make sure I respond to everybody's messages.
Okay. Let me ask this question. How do you distinguish who's genuine and who's not? You know, how do you, and I'm sure your mom has had these conversations with you about, you know, watch out, be careful. How do you distinguish who's genuine and who's not?
One, prayer. I always pray that like God watch my back and watch my enemies and keep the ones that supposed to be in my life around me and the ones that's not, to remove them. And really, the people who've been there for me and always been on my side, like the real ones, like my bros, the ones who always been there from the beginning before all the fame and all the exposure, like just keeping them around. The boys, you'll know the ones that come around, cause like it's all fake love. Everybody wanna speak to you, shout your name out, respect you way more like when you go up. So like them the ones you need to watch out for.
Now, how's your family dealing with it? How's mom dealing with it?
She dealing with it. You know, it gets stressful for her sometimes too, cause like it's like buku people like just texting her and wanna like, you know, cousins come out, some, you know, fake family members come out now all of a sudden. I mean, but like really just like really staying focused though is the main part. Like keeping my circle tight and just sticking with the ones that was there from the beginning. So yeah.
Other than your mom, who's been your biggest supporter or supporters?
Coach Ken, for one, my nana, and my brothers and sister now, the siblings.
All right. Now you mentioned Coach Ken, but so I'll ask this question again. How have your high school coaches prepared you for the next level? Or to be successful in general, not just one thing I look for in a coach, and this is just, I had this conversation with my friends all the time, that coaches are more than just teaching you how to win on the football field or the basketball field. They teach you how to win in the classroom, they teach you how to win in life, because the reality is most players won't play another game of basketball, football after they leave high school. So how have your coaches prepared you for success on the field and off the field?
All right, so one, off the field, like most of the coaches up here, they not only just coaches, like they're a good man. Like most of them got wives and kids, and like they show you how to be a man really more than anything. They want the best for you. Like it's more than football up here at Ruston High, for real. I can say the coaches care more about you. It's more than football. Like they see football, at the end of the day, they just want the best for you. Even if it ain't football, like you can call them and ask them for anything. They'll answer all your questions. But like on the field, like they make sure like like everything you want, like they'll help you get it. It's just, you just gotta listen to them really, cause they know what they talking about. They done already did it. So just listening to them and doing what they doing, stuff like help you in the long run.
Okay. What do you anticipate the biggest transition will be from high school to collegiate sports?
Really, moving away from home, really, I can say it was gonna be my biggest transition, cause I always been with my mama. So like, I'm a mama's baby. So like leaving my mama's side and leaving home gonna be the biggest transition, cause I ain't never did that. And leave my mama by herself, cause all my other siblings growing up, so I have my mama there at the house and by herself, and none of my siblings does. I ain't gonna like that.
Would you like to be a two-sport collegiate athlete?
Nah. I thought about it, but like football is enough. Like the workouts be intense itself, so like you don't have time really for another sport, I can say.
That being said, how much do you think you'll miss basketball?
I'm missing a lot. You know, sometimes God gonna put you in like positions where he like believe like that you think gotta put you in positions where you think like you ain't gonna do good and stuff. Like you don't see, but like God see more than what you can see. He see the future. He see what's best for you. So like, just trusting God's plan, man. I know that like whatever I do, I'm gonna be successful in it.
Okay. Now, this next question, I may not put it on the interview, but I'm gonna ask it. I want you to answer it, just in case we can't put it on the interview.
All right.
So, those 40 points away from 1,000-point club. Does Aidan Anding go for those 40 points or?
Yes, we're going for it. You gotta do it. Not only go for the 40 points, I'm trying to get the ring too, bro. I try to be the one to say I won the football ring. I won the ring in football and won the basketball. So I'm gonna try to do that.
What has made this decision so difficult for you? Because is it 21 off or 22? 20 offers?
Yeah.
What has made it so difficult? What has made it so difficult for you?
What really made it difficult is like, out of all my choices, I don't have a bad school. Like all of them got good education, good people in the program, good programs. So like it's really to come down to like picking the best option for me, because none of the schools are bad, but like I just want to choose the best option and go there, get developed, be successful, and get ready for my life after football.
Okay. This is the last question. I'm gonna ask you some more, but this is the last question. What advice can you give to your peers on achieving goals and being the best they can be?
All right. Oh, this is good one. Really, the advice I can give y'all is remain who you are. Like, don't change for nobody. Like, remain you. Like, do what God have called you to be and do. Like, really, and trust God. Trust God's plan. Keep faith in God. Listen to your mama, your parents, because like they want the best for you. And always go hard whatever you do. Even if you want to play football ain't always the way football ain't what God has for you. Like, it might be something that you don't even imagine. Like, just trust God's plan and continue to be who you are.
I want to thank you for your time, and I wish you much success in the future. I know you have what it takes to be successful. Just keep being you, and man, it's limitless for you.
Sure.